Tonight, a member of our NBC Local 33 team is sharing his photography with the community. Our photographer Antoine Lacey's exhibit is now on display at the East Baton Rouge Main Library off of Goodwood Boulevard. This is a look at his photo exhibit titled Muse Fade to Black. Lacey says the photos are shot in black and white to express blackness through joy, pain, and love. Besides working as a photographer here, Lacey is also a poet and a graphic designer. And we are very proud of Antoine. He's one of our favorite members, very, very sweet guy. And if you have time, be sure to stop by the library and check out some of his work.
My Oyster Association honored graduates from all grades with a ceremony. Graduates who attended the ceremony all made sure to wear masks at this event. Now, to recognize their achievement, AMOA gave the grads several goodies like a keepsake lapel pin and gift cards to several local businesses. The group hopes to inspire graduates to always make meaningful contributions to humanity.
So we wanted to let them know that we salute them because in the face of a global pandemic, they were able to successfully complete what they started. And we feel that that is noteworthy and very admirable.
Oyster is, of course, a very important part of our culture here in Louisiana. Now, Gima, we just heard from her. She tells us as well, she hopes this event inspires kids to continue their education, no matter what their circumstances.
He made his way to the capital city. 63-year-old Cody Anderson is biking across America, raising money for charities like the American Cancer Society. It's a hobby he's done for about 40 years now. So far, he's raised over $900,000. He made a stop in the capital city today. We caught up with him. He says he has no plans of stopping anytime soon.
Saving lives is what matters. I think that's one of the most important things you can do on this planet. I mean, you're actually considered a hero if you save one. Well, I've saved thousands with a 46-year career doing things nobody in history has done. I've made world history 10 times. This is my 11th time. I bicycled to the Holy Land as Gainesville, Florida's official ambassador in 2016. At the Western Wall, Israel's holiest place, I walked for 3 days and nights without sleep for Israel's oldest charity that feeds the needy, or any charity. I didn't care, just freaking help someone. My bicycle's a pretty funky cross, but it's a cross nonetheless. The same with that 300-pound covered wagon I pulled across the United States, or that miniature space shuttle I pedaled that ended up in Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum. These are all burdens that I willingly bear in the service of humanity because that's what God says to do. He says we should be good servants of humanity. Heal the sick, feed the poor, that kind of thing. So that's what I do.
Well, this bus is just one of the buses from the 1953 bus boycott here in Baton Rouge. This museum, all because of Sadie Roberts Joseph. This will be the first Juneteenth since her murder last July. It's a celebration that's getting much more attention this year due to nationwide protests.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions.
Jason Roberts describes how it's been since his mother's murder. Activist Sadie Roberts Joseph was found dead last July in the trunk of her car. She founded the Odell S. Williams African American Museum, her children reopening it just days before Juneteenth.
This museum was her life's work, and as her son and my sister as her daughter, of course, we're honored to be able to continue to serve in the same capacity my mother did.
Roberts Joseph helped the community celebrate Juneteenth. It's a celebration of when slaves in Texas found out they were freed nearly 3 years after the Emancipation Proclamation. There are many celebrations leading up to Juneteenth. Now that day, the third Saturday of each June, has been recognized here in Louisiana since 2003. But there are some people that say it should be taught in schools.
It should be something that every child has an awareness of.
B. Gima with America My Oyster Association says Juneteenth is American history.
And if a child is taught early on about the injustices that were done in America, they will better understand why people are protesting the injustices that are being carried out within this day and time.
A message Sadie Roberts Joseph wanted all of us to learn, that message carrying on through this museum.
It's given us an appreciation for the hard work that she did to keep this museum going.
Now, the museum here will be open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from noon until 4. Now, you can make a reservation to tour the museum at other times.
Well, Salon in the Baton Rouge area celebrated its anniversary with a visit from a celebrity today. Vivica A. Fox attended the 30th anniversary of Hair Crown Beauty Supply opening its doors. Now, that famous actress attended the event to help celebrate its grand occasion. Fox, of course, is most known for her appearances in the movies Independence Day and Kill Bill, Volume 1.
We've got giveaways that we're doing all day and just having a good time with the community and let them know that Vivica Fox, their girl, appreciates that love and support.
Also encourage your enthusiasm, I believe. Now, Hair Crown Beauty Supply has 6 locations in the Baton Rouge area.
And she is amazing.
Oh, well done, everything she does.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Well, Mardi Gras celebrations continue tonight across the river in Plaquemine. The crew of Camogo rolled through with some more good times on Highway 1 there to the Carl F. Grant Civic Center. The crew was formed in memory of Brenda Como, who had a passion for Mardi Gras herself. Como was involved in the crew of Okeanos, where she served as a board member and ball captain in 1991 and then again in 2000.
I'm out here to bring the grandkids, the kids, with my nieces and my nephews, and all about a party. Plaquemine is what it is.
Our friends say their friend always dreamed of starting a parade crew in Plaquemine. Although she was unable to reach the dream, she did leave a legacy of love, friendship, and talent that will always be remembered. Well, Baton Rouge rallied around Minneapolis today over the death of George Floyd.
That's right. More than 1,000 protesters marching peacefully today from Galvez Plaza downtown to the state capitol, and that's where we find NBC Local 33's Abby Rocha. She was there for the march, and she's now live with us downtown. Abby.
Thanks, John and Harrison. The most important thing about today is that it did, in fact, remain peaceful. The message that most of these protesters were trying to get across is that if you sit down and stay silent in a situation of what they believe to be injustice, you are part of that problem. Now, it's also important to note that this was a very diverse crowd. Lots of people from all ages and all races. Now, all genders and all ages were out here protesting the death of George Floyd in all racial injustice that has happened in our country. Organizers said at the end of the protest that many people said Baton Rouge could not have a peaceful protest, but that is exactly what happened today.
I'm feeling amazing. I'm so proud of myself and the other organizers. We began organizing this just on Thursday. To be able to pull this together, have such an amazing turnout and on such short notice, I'm extremely proud of us. I'm extremely proud of everyone who came and everyone who supported in ways that maybe they couldn't come. I'm grateful to the community, to the legislators, to the other elected officials, and to everyone who showed up and supported.
Yeah, again, a big crowd out there. Abby, what was the mood like out there with so many people?
You know, it was very serious out here. Obviously, they were here for a very serious reason, and that reason is that George Floyd died under the knee of a white police officer. It's also, you know, very sensitive here in Baton Rouge. I think that, you know, we know this pain all too well.
Of course, Abby. And what surprised you most about today's protest?
You know, I was most surprised that this protest was organized by 4 high school students. And a lot of this, at the end, especially when everybody got to the Capitol and those 4 high school students were able to speak what they wanted to say, they said that, you know, to fix this, we have to focus on the youth. We have to focus on voting. We have to focus on education. And that was surprising to me. I was not expecting this to be so involved with the youth of Baton Rouge.
All right, Abby, thanks so much. And of course, Abby will have the full story on today's peaceful protest coming up for us tonight at 10.
To get back out onto the water this Memorial Day weekend, NBC Local 33's Kara St. Cyr is out on Falls River with details about what's going on this weekend. Hi, Kara.
All right, so there's not too much happening on Falls River right now where I'm at. If you look out right now, you'll see a couple boats here and there, but not too many people. All of that is expected to change this weekend for Memorial Day. All these people have been telling me that they're excited to not be cooped up in the house anymore. They want to get out with family. They want to get out with friends. And of course, they want to get out on a boat like I'm out on. So we made a friend out here. His name is Randy Thibodeau. He's right there driving this boat. Say hello, Randy.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, so he's going to be looking forward to a lot of the events that they have going on in New Roads and Jaw Road this weekend. So if you're looking for something to do, you can head out to the Sandbar. They're going to be having concerts, family-friendly events, and lots of food. Of course, everybody is still concerned about this virus, so there are going to be lots of social distancing and police officers making sure that everything is all right. But you can find out more information about that on our website and our app. Live from Point Coupee Parish, Kara St. Cyr, NBC Local 33 News.
Governor also talking to the business community about the coronavirus. NBC Local 33's Dion Guillory is live tonight with that part of our team coverage.
Well, Governor John Bel Edwards is keeping the business community in the know when it comes to the coronavirus. We're here at the Department of Health, and take a look at what is on the door. They're letting people know who come here that this office does not test for COVID-19. They want you to contact your doctor or health care provider if you think you may have the virus. Now, we know that we have at least 6 what are presumed cases of coronavirus in Louisiana, and the governor says he expects more.
Stay home.
Governor John Bel Edwards echoing doctors' advice to the Rotary Club of Baton Rouge. The governor asking for people's help in keeping the coronavirus from spreading by washing your hands.
First of all, we want the peak to be as low as it can be, and we want the duration to not come all at one time, because then you overwhelm your capacity to deliver health care.
Right now, the CDC is working to confirm the presumed positive cases of COVID-19 in Louisiana. The governor says he's talking to Vice President Mike Pence every day. He says he's confident in the testing, as it is expected to expand this week to more labs.
We expect to see more presumptive positives in the coming days and weeks.
Now, the governor says they are talking with family members and friends or anyone that may have come in contact with those people who are presumed to have the coronavirus. He also adds that they are learning more about this virus every day, and things could change. Live at the Department of Health, Dion Guillory, NBC Local 33 News.
Fox 44's Jonah Gilmore, who joins us from the state capitol with the latest. And Jonah, the governor says we're seeing downward trends in several categories.
Yeah, Chad, earlier this week we told you about that spike in hospitalizations and how we could exhaust capacity if we don't make a change. Now, we're getting a glimpse of those Thanksgiving COVID cases, and the governor says, you know, it's very alarming. Now, as those Thanksgiving numbers start to roll in, COVID cases are creeping upwards, putting the state in a bad position. Today, there were 46 new deaths reported, and it's the highest death count reported since September. The governor says a total of 3.6 million tests have been administered in the state, and testing is more important today than ever before because we are in our 3rd surge.
I will tell you that, and this should not come as a surprise to anybody, over the last few weeks, the numbers in Louisiana have not been encouraging. They are all trending in the wrong direction, whether it's positivity, cases, hospitalizations, and most recently, deaths.
Now, the governor says a vaccine could be coming as early as the end of the year, but that vaccine will be given to healthcare workers and nurses first, and more from the governor on vaccinations coming up later tonight. Reporting from the Capitol, Jonah Gilmore, Fox 44 News.
Councilman Matt Watson. NBC Local 33's Jonah Gilmore is live with the Watson campaign. Jonah, what are we expecting tonight?
Well, Carly, they're expecting people to come here to Portobello's tonight in Baton Rouge. This is where Matt Watson will hold his campaign watch party. Not a lot of people here right now. We did speak with the campaign manager a little earlier. She just got here. She says Watson is expected to be here at 8 once polls close. Again, you just said there, Watson, he's not a political newcomer, currently serving on East Baton Rouge's Metro Council for District 11. works for District 11, you know, and he will be here tonight. Of course, we'll be here for that campaign to watch party, bring you all of the latest as it becomes available as poll close. Reporting live in Baton Rouge tonight, Jonah Gilmore with your local election headquarters.
Crystal, Nottingham Street woke up to chaos last night. This house behind me was engulfed in flames, claiming the life of one child and leaving two in critical condition. From a car window, Adrian Jones could see fire pouring through each window of this house. Smoke had already started to cover his view, but he knew someone might need his help, so he got out.
It's a black thing back there I had. We were busting out the windows with it.
Jones and another neighbor broke several windows trying to get any survivors. He didn't know if anyone was actually in the house. He could hear chaos, but some of that was from people standing outside their homes. But after 5 minutes of searching through blaze, another car pulled up.
A lady pulled up and said my kids, and she took out running in the house.
The woman came out with two kids. According to the fire department, both of the children were unresponsive when the mother laid them out on the grass. Jones says she tried to give the baby CPR before running back inside to get another child.
And the girl was limp, like a vegetable. Like she was gone already.
Across the street, the Singleton family was watching the disaster unfold.
Never witnessed anything like that before.
They saw the first responders take the last child out of the burning building. Patrina Singleton said it hurt to see children she'd watched play outside to be taken away on a stretcher.
The mother was always trying to do something with them. She was having a crawfish ball or barbecue. She was always trying to do something with those babies. It's very heartbreaking because I would see them in the yard playing all the time.
The Baton Rouge Fire Department says the last child was pronounced dead at the hospital. The other two are in critical condition. Another neighbor, said James, says he hopes the family can find peace.
You need to really respect life and respect what it stands for, because you never know when it's going to end.
Now, the mother is in stable condition tonight. Neighbors tell me that they're sending her tons of prayers and well wishes to help her get through this difficult time. Live in Baton Rouge, Kara St. Cyr, NBC, Local 33 News.
Thank you so much, Kara.
Kelly, the problem is you see all of this traffic backed up right here, and a lot of the time it results in people either parking on this railroad track or sometimes even speeding over it in order to avoid the train, which is exactly what took place this morning, according to investigators. Now, I spoke to the spokesperson for the St. George Fire Department, who said as frustrated as you may get with the traffic, you still have to be as cautious as possible. You should not be parking on the railroad track, and you should not be speeding over it.
Local 33's Kennedy Walker joins us live tonight with the latest. Kennedy?
Hey, Carly. Governor Edwards says the biggest difference between the first two coronavirus surges and this one is that this time Louisiana doesn't have enough healthcare professionals. In addition to that, the hospitalization rate is rising nearly every day. So between not having enough beds and not having enough staff, officials say that if things don't get better, this could be catastrophic.
Our nurses have done an unbelievable job, but they are tired. Our respiratory therapists have done a fantastic job, but they are tired as well. Unfortunately, I regret to tell you that the stress on the healthcare team and certain individuals has become too much, and despite their career aspirations to take care of those that are sick, some have decided to leave the profession. I don't blame them.
And earlier today, the White House Coronavirus Task Force sent out a report urging Louisiana to step up its restrictions since we are now in the middle of our surge. But Governor Edwards says right now he has no plans to put us back in a stay-at-home order or add additional restrictions, but he will if things do not get better. Right now, he's urging all Louisianans to continue to follow the mitigation efforts, which means wash your hands, wear a mask, and continue to practice social distancing. For now, reporting live in Baton Rouge, Kennedy Walker, NBC, Local 33 News.
Shooting spree that spans 2 parishes and left 5 people dead, the very latest from both Livingston and Ascension parishes. Good evening and thanks for joining us here on NBC Local 33. I'm Amber Smith. We of course begin tonight with a huge story Right now, deputies from both parishes are looking for this man, 21-year-old Dakota Terrio, after 3 people were killed this morning in Livingston Parish and 2 more were killed in Ascension Parish. Let's go ahead and take a look at this video. Livingston Parish deputies were called to this scene around 9 this morning on Courtney Road. We're told authorities found a family of 3 killed. They've been identified as 43-year-old Billy Ernest, 18-year-old Tanner Ernest, and 20-year-old Summer Ernest. Investigators say Terrio could be traveling in a 2004 Dodge pickup truck. At the same time, down in Ascension Parish, deputies responded to another shooting they believe is linked to that triple killing in Livingston. Deputies arrived on scene at Church Point Road in Gonzales around 9 this morning as well. Authorities say Terrio shot and killed his parents, 50-year-olds Elizabeth and Keith Terrio, at their home. Now, investigators from both parishes are working to track this suspect down.
Now, while we work in that double homicide here in Ascension, we get a call from our Livingston Parish detectives stating that there was a triple homicide that occurred in Livingston this morning prior to our double homicide. And after exchanging information, it is believed, we know, that Dakota Terrio is the main suspect or the suspect in that triple homicide in Livingston Parish.
Again, here is a picture of the suspect in both deadly shootings. His name is 21-year-old Dakota Terrio. Investigators believe he is responsible for both of today's shootings. He may be traveling in a 2004 Dodge pickup truck. You can see that on the screen with the license plate number C583809. He is considered armed and dangerous. If you spot him or the truck, call 911 or Crime Stoppers at 344-STOP. And of course, we are going to continue to keep you updated as new developments continue to unfold in this tragic story. We'll bring those informations to you as soon as possible. We're expecting both sheriffs to address the media again tonight. Keep up with all the latest information on our WVLA NBC Local 33 Facebook page, our Twitter, and of course, our Be Our Proud app.
Involvement after a recent uptick in homicides. Chief Murphy Paul says crime here in Baton Rouge is a social and economic issue, and it's much bigger than law enforcement. Several nonprofit organizations were in attendance today to discuss how the community can help. One of the easiest ways is to have conversations. If you know someone could commit a violent crime, say something.
Calls every day about somebody's child's been killed. And it's time out. We have to put the guns down. We have to call Crime Stopper because the killers are still out there. And until we come together as a community and start calling these numbers and saying, okay, I'm tired of Joe Blow on my corner killing people. Because guess what? If he killed my son, he's coming to kill somebody else.
In Golden, and we do start straight up with Baton Rouge police. They're investigating a shooting at a condo complex near Perkins Road. That shooting happened earlier this afternoon on Congress Boulevard. According to BRPD officials, one person was shot and taken to a local hospital with injuries to his lower body. Well, this remains a developing story, and we will keep you posted on it, on air, online, and on the free Be Our Proud News app. Well, tonight, the call about the building came in at around 4 o'clock this afternoon. The building is believed to be Herson's Private Club. Now, the owner of that building says it has been closed since the COVID-19 pandemic began. Officials say there wasn't anybody in the building at the time of that collapse. The fire department, meantime, did tear down what was left standing. The cause of this collapse.
The Crime Tracker East Baton Rouge Sheriff's deputies arrested a man they say is responsible for 2 separate shootings in the span of 3 months. You're taking a look at that arrest from earlier today. We're told Miyoshi Tyree Edwards is accused of injuring 3 people and 2 children over the 4th of July weekend. Detectives were also able to connect Edwards to a shooting from back in April. Edwards is facing several charges tonight, including attempted first-degree murder.
Well, happening today in Baton Rouge, Mayor President Sharon Westenbroom, along with local law enforcement officials, are kicking off a precinct tour, all in hopes of getting your feedback about public safety.
We have NBC Local 33's Courtney Williams live right now in the newsroom with details on today's event. Good morning, Courtney.
Hey, good morning to you guys. Well, Mayor President Sharon Westenbroom will begin her first Baton Rouge Police Department precinct tour, and this will be across all 5 districts, and she's hoping residents would join in on this conversation. Now, Mayor Broom, along with Police Chief Murphy Paul, as well as the district commander, will provide residents an overview of public safety efforts in the area. In a statement, Mayor Broome says the meeting is a chance for leaders to get a better understanding of concerns from the residents on public safety. The meetings are an opportunity for residents in each district to learn about the latest technology and strategies being used to enhance public safety, learn tips and tools to prevent crime, and for residents to voice their concerns on safety in their particular area. Now, the tour begins at the 1st District on Plank Road from 6 to 8 p.m. and seating is limited, so residents are asked to RSVP for this event. You can head over to our website at BRProud.com, or you can download our free BR Proud app, where you can see the full list of dates and precincts that are being visited, as well as a link to RSVP. Reporting live here in the newsroom, Courtney Williams. Back to you guys in the studio.